Hey guys, today is going to be a short little tutorial. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes while people are popping in, and then I'm gonna start sharing my screen. But come say hello in the comments. I'm here live on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. And let me get to sharing my screen. Okay, let's share that one and pull up here. All right, so I use Airtable. I discovered this about, I want to say 8 months ago. I kind of just use it to track stuff. If you love Excel, you'll love this, but even if you don't like Excel, I'm going to show you why. If you're a fan of Trello or a fan of Asana, however way you want to pronounce it, you'll still love this tool. It is a free tool. I did make sure to put a link in the description, description of this video, so you guys can sign up. But these are my top 3 ways that I use Airtable to help me get organized. So I originally used it as a way to do content management. So I had a podcast last year that I used that. As you can see, the podcast editorial calendar. When I discovered here, they have a ton of templates. So first I'm going to show you kind of what a base is. So here I have a catering company. This is my personal brand that I'm going to be coming out. And this is just personal tasks that I've kind of started to add and use on here. So each one of these is called a workspace. As you can see, workspaces, these are different ones. So I use each workspace to kind of differentiate my different businesses or different sections of my life. When I showed a friend of mine one of Airtable, she decided to sign up and kind of use it to keep track of her school assignments and stuff that she needed to read, which you can use that as well. Now, each one of these things here, like the digital content calendar, blog editorial, each one of these is considered a base. As you can see here, you can add a base. I believe in the free one, you can have unlimited bases. Once you get into like a paid plan, it's really about how much information and how much history that you want archived to look back. That's when you start getting into paid plans. So far that I know of, you can add as many bases as you want. And so here you can click on a new base and you can either start with a template, or you could even import a spreadsheet from Excel or Google Sheets. I have not done that yet, or you can start from scratch. I'm going to click on templates so I can show you all the different templates that they already have in here, and we'll explore that. So depending on what you want to do or use it for, I mainly use it for business and some personal. I'm not going to click on these because I'm going to show you mine. But even with these templates, you can still customize it to use it as your own. So let's click on this content calendar. What they do is when you look at the templates, they'll give like a brief description about it, and then they'll show you what it kind of looks like. I'm not going to add this, but you can take a look here. And then they have different ones here, like for project management. You can do project trackers. They even have nonprofit program management. There's so many ways that you can use Airtable, and I am still discovering some of those. Even for personal, if you want a track, it has personal CRMs and lightweight CRMs. But for me, I just use it as a task manager for myself. For marketing, there's a ton in here that you can use, like event marketing. I use their blog editorial template and kind of customized it for myself. And so there is a ton of templates in here. What I also recently learned is if you click on the Universe tab up here on top where it says Airtable, Bases, Templates, and Universe, there's actually a lot more templates that they have pulled from around the world. So I'll show you one of the templates that I pulled from the Universe area, but you can literally look through here, like for under educations, There's a bunch of different, like a student planner here that someone made, book recommendations. Some of these are templates that you can use for yourself, and some of these have been templates that people have made to share actual information. So I looked under entrepreneurship to see what they had in here. They have a product lunch calendar that someone put up, another personal CRM. But there is a ton out here for anybody. One thing that I recently learned here, testimonials form, you can actually turn one of your bases into like a Google form, but it'll be Airtable, and you can pull information into a sheet just like you would with Google Sheets as well. I can't walk you through that, but I'm still learning about that. But that is another kind of aspect that you can use. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to show you, this is a digital content calendar. I just found this template, so I'm actually going to start customizing this to break it down by each social media platform and my blog. So I'll have this sectioned out for Facebook, sectioned out for Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and my blog. I'm going to actually go into one that I consistently use is my YouTube editorial calendar. I took their video, I want to say video scheduling calendar, and I just renamed it to YouTube editorial, and I changed this. So how I use this is I'll put the title or like the idea of what I want my video to be, when I want the release date, which I can change. If I'm going to have a guest on there, I'm the host, obviously. And here in the stages, so under here, let me tell you, so just like in Excel, when you open up a new column, you can actually customize a field type, and they already have these different, so it could be a single line text where you're just putting information like Excel. If it's going to be longer, you can actually attach photos or any documents into Airtable base. If it's a checkbox, or if you want to do multiple selections, or single select is kind of like a drop down. So I'm not going to change this. This column is all about what stage is that episode in. And so these have been already released, but here I'll show you and drop down all the different options. Is you can put it as an idea. If you invited a person to actually do the video, if you have scheduled it, recorded it, edited it, and then release it. So this helps you organize and understand where you're at with your video editorial calendar. I added a couple of them. I believe I added it, the edited and the idea, but you can change that. I did customize this into adding if I did a transcription, because I use otter.ai to do that, social media graphics, if a blog post was created, and then upload it to Facebook. It is just me, but you can add a column. Let's see, let me go down here. So as I grow my team, I can actually create a field where I'll do collaborator and make sure this is on, notify collaborators when they're added. And I could assign one of these videos or tasks to a person on my team. So they'll get an email prompt in their email inbox whenever I add them to one of these video prompts. So that's something how I'm building up. Another way you can do this, which I'll show, is if you click on here, that's your view. You can view it like it's currently like an Excel, or you can view it like the Kanban view. So if those of you who like the board view in Trello, you can decide, you can create a view like this. This one's by stage of episode, so you'll know what's an idea, who's been invited, so you can kind of see at a view like this if this works better for you. Or they had this in the template of episode creative. So it's really broken down by season, different cards if you're more of a visual person. I'm going to show you a trick in my task one. So I'm going to go back to episodes by season. I don't mind this view, but I know a lot of people like the Kanban view. Oh, I'll show you that in my tasks. So this is what I set up for my tasks. In a normal view, like if you just start it from scratch, will look like an Excel sheet. But up here in the view section, you can, so the grid view will be normal, but down here is where you have the options if you want to do another grid view, if you want to create a form view. Let's look at a calendar view. And so the calendar view will show you by due date all the different tasks that are due on those times. So you can do a calendar view as well. You can do it at 2 weeks, 1 a week, the next 3 days, or just for today, which I am still learning so much about this and I'm like geeking out about it. You can also break it down by task by project. So here I have, if you can see at the very right, this column here where it says projects, I kind of break down each task by what it's for. So if it's under admin, under marketing, coaching services, I really put that under like product development or outreach. So you can create this view by project. So each little section here would be by project. If you'd like to see that view, I know I do. You can create a new view. Let me see, we'll do this by grid. And what you can do is go under filters. And here you just tell them exactly. So you can break it up by due date. Nope, not add. And so it'll move everything up here by due date. Otherwise, it'll normally kind of look like this, but you can filter up or group things here. You can group things by due date here under group field. And so it'll group this up. So these don't have a due date. So it put it all together, everything under these dates. So you can kind of play around and sort things the way you like it. I'm going to go back to my task by projects. So this is very much like Excel. What do you do if you completed a task? Let's say under here, but it'll still show up. So this is what I did in my task by projects view, is I created a filter that when the status is not done, it'll show that. So it'll automatically remove everything whose status it says done. So for example, let's go down to here. I'll add this. This is a daily task, so it doesn't matter. So email list here. If I change the status to done, you're going to see that it got filtered out and it's gone. So that way you don't have it there. But if you want to view all the tasks, even the ones that have been done, I can just remove this filter. And so everything will show. So a great thing about this with teams that I've learned after watching a couple of videos is each team member can create a view when they open up the project that's helpful for them. I can't give you more tutorial on that in the future, but that was really helpful. Tasks that contain, no, status is not done. Let's go back to that. And now they're all gone. So that's how I kind of use this. You can also use this in the Kanban form if you like the boards. So it depends on which status or area that you want it. So if you want to do, I do weekly, monthly, bi-weekly. Some of you might just like the ongoing section or in progress and done, whichever works for you, but you can create your own view up in here and decide how you want to look at it. Let's go back to the regular basis. So I use this for project management when I'm looking at building new services, how I want to plan out campaigns. I'm going to be building that out. I also use it to manage my content. like with the blog here, dates scheduled, and kind of looking at that, and if I need to make any changes. And at a glance, I can see where I'm at a certain area for each blog or video under here. I actually created, this is the affiliate revenue. This is the template that I found in the universe, where I can start tracking all the affiliate programs that I am affiliate for, the login URL, even keeping track of the short form URLs. I found it really overwhelming just having a Word document and having that in there. I wanted a way where I can just easily access my links. So I love that I found this template, and just keeping track. And their template will even help you keep track how much money you've made month to month, because you can actually, like Excel, create formulas in any of these cells. So I can see which of my affiliate links are actually making money, which I'm going to start tracking this year. Let me see. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in. I'm trying to check on comments and questions. Another thing that I've been trying to keep track of that's helped me really streamline things is, besides having a CRM through ActiveCampaign to track potential clients, I do a lot of networking and work with partners. So I created this collaboration opportunity tracker the other day, and I'm going to start tracking people's names, emails, any notes, if I have to do follow-ups. This is for if I'm going to be doing podcast interviews, or if they want me to speak for their virtual summit, or if they want to do a JV webinar, which has been reaching out to. I've had a lot of those recently. It was really hard to kind of keep track with all that information. I'm also under here going to track things like if I'm going to be teaching to their people, not just like a joint webinar, but creating a class for one of their programs. So those are the top ways that I actually use Airtable. There is ways that you can integrate it with Slack. I'm still learning about it. This is a free thing. They are always having like webinars, so I definitely recommend trying it out. Let's see, what else have I used it for? Oh, I'll show you the newsletter helping me track. I just created this one where I'm gonna put whatever the title is for that newsletter and the release date and notes. That way I can keep track and make sure I'm on top of scheduling my newsletters. I'm creating all these bases and processes now, so when I onboard a member, everything could be in one place at one time to share with my people. So those are the top ways I've been using Airtable. It seems overwhelming at first, but super simple. There is a ton of tutorial videos on YouTube, and even Airtable has some. But if you have any questions about creating a base or a workspace, let me know. I am going to learn more about how to integrate it and create a base that's a form through Airtable and see how that works. All right, I don't see any questions, but let me know what you think about the Airtable for those who watch the replay, and I hope you guys have a great day.